But I mean, speaking of What's the Dirt, I think it's time that we talk about it, B. So What's the Dirt, literally while I was moving, he dropped his Family Matters breakdown.
Yes.
The the third or fourth song within the beef of Drake versus Kendrick. And it got a very negative reception online, I'll say the least. It didn't do as well as some people said that 616 did. Dirt was reaching. Dirt doesn't get or understand the culture.
Yeah.
You know, he counted how many times Drake said the N word. Yeah. And Dirt is someone who we've kind of criticized earlier on the podcast where I said it before. He was reaching on a 616 one. I'm like, ain't no way Kendrick thought of all this stuff. And while you helped defend him and gave me pushback on that, I've kind of come to realize, and I kind of like really studied, because me as a content creator, I get where What's the Dirt is coming from. This is to help cement a moment in hip hop. While he does have great editing, he does a good amount of like studying and detail and writing to put into these scripts. I'm not trying to say like, oh, what he did or what he said to anybody after the video was justified. This is cementing a moment in hip hop because people don't realize there's not many videos that we could go back to of like older people like at Enter the Dome really talk about, even though he does it here and there. So that's a great example.
Like do historical breakdowns on like older beefs, and we can't go back to it and be like, oh, this is
because I tried to look for it when that 616 LA breakdown came out. Why was Nas and Jay-Z beefing?
Yeah,
I couldn't find a video to pinpoint why. There was no breakdown video of why. To me, What's the Dirt's videos kind of serve as a purpose of like what's happening now, what's encompassing now, what's happening around now. And he even covered the Buried Alive parody beat.
Yeah, that's what made it so long. He did the video,
the
song.
But to me, I think a lot of other things make it longer is in like you're countering in everything. If someone who did not know hip hop at all were to come to this video, they would learn a lot about this situation. So to me, these videos serve as a great source for people who are not like in the now, currently experiencing it, but also people who might want to get into it later on, like, oh, have you heard the Drake and Kendrick beef? They're like, wait, when did they beef? These are great videos to go back to and see. Even though he puts his analysis on them, he's still putting in background context and he's contextualizing everything, so people do get it.
That's why I enjoy this content so much, is because of the work he do. You know, you'd be like, man, you put a lot of work into this. That's why, like, you know, I watched pretty much all his videos that. Like, I saw him popping up in the algorithm, but I never clicked. Because I'm like, to be honest, I never watched those videos.
I don't either.
Those faceless, just to, why so-and-so this? I've never watched those videos.
Yeah, because they come out very AI driven.
Yeah, and I think he just got really lucky with the algorithm because he did that whole Kendrick shot. No. The Kendrick and Drake beef. Like, why they throw a shot. This before it came out. And then once it happened, people was going on YouTube, and that video helped him rise. It helped him in the algorithm because it was popping up before the beef. It used to be popping up in my algorithm before the beef, and I never click it.
I might need to see that the thumbnail for that one.
Yeah, the first video.
The one I saw was the 616 in that link.
That's the first one I seen too. I'm like actually watched. The first one I actually seen was why Kendrick and Drake so and so, and Kendrick and J. Cole silent beef and all that stuff he used to have. Those used to pop up, but I never click them.
Yeah, I would never click them because to me, I don't like faceless.
Yeah, I don't like. Even though I didn't know he'd go back to his face, but still, I didn't ever. Those type of hip hop content, it ain't. I don't know. I don't gravitate to those.
I'm more of a personality driven person where it's like if you're talking about something that's subjective, I want to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah. Yes, contextualize it, but I also still want to hear your thoughts on it, especially with something like music. Something like movies, I also want that as well. Anything with media, I want to hear your thoughts on it, but also I do want you to contextualize it as well to actually inform me, but also entertain me as well.
Yeah, but What's the Dirt? You know, he put out the Family Matters reaction and the breakdown, and then Twitter.
All hell broke loose.
Bro, Twitter, YouTube, in the comments, it was all going crazy.
So I will say this: when What's the Dirt was making this video, I could tell that he had the Kendrick Glazers in his head when he was making this video. Yeah, and he's trying to be as unbiased as he is. And while I think I agree. But to me, I feel like when you are discussing a beef track, you got to be glazing that person while you're. And I had to realize this when I was watching this video because remember when I first watched 616, I'm like, oh, he's glazing like Kendrick and all that. But then when I see the Family Matters one, I'm like, oh, this makes sense. You're gonna glaze any one of them because you respect both of their geniuses and you're both of their pens or whatever.
Yeah, he did it on the push-ups. He did it on all that.
See, I didn't see the.
See, I watched his tailor-made one. I watched all of them.
I didn't watch all of them.
I watched 616 in LA. That night, and then when I went to work, I watched all his videos.
Yeah, see, I didn't because I think I was listening to music. Yeah, but Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like he's going to glaze whoever he's breaking down right then in that moment, unless he's doing a quick beef like the Drake and Common.
Yeah, and even talk about how he's fans of both of the artists. I think he said he's more of a bigger fan than Kendrick, technically. I think, but like you gotta actually be like, okay, I'm breaking down this artist's lyrics, so you're gonna seem biased. But I'm gonna go back to what you said about you could tell he was thinking about the Kendrick because he brought him up a few times, and it was in a way he was stuck on a point. It's like he was trying to drive home certain things. Like, I'm so unbiased. I'm saying Kendrick's a liar and that he did this and did that. And, that rubbed some fans the wrong way. So I think that got in his way a little bit in this.
But I think because I understand that point of how he did that. Because if you guys didn't know, I have my own channel. Like, a channel where I used to review manga or whatever. And what I do is whenever I'm writing a review, I got to also think about, like, some of the, but what about this happened? I got to think about those questions because once I put the video out, it's not like I'm doing a part 2 responding to everybody's questions or comments. I don't have time to go back in the comment section either. So to help clarify and drive my point home a lot harder, I got to think about what is the devil's advocate in this situation and how do I combat the devil's advocate or how do I explain my point a lot better? Because that is what he's going to get, especially when it comes to something like hip hop. Anything in art in general, you're going to have the this can't be that because of this. So you got to kind of think of that rebuttal too.
Yeah, but him doing that didn't bother me. I just knew that he had in his head.
Yeah, no, it didn't bother me as well. But I think a lot of people, especially people who don't create content, you don't just look at it from one way and just keep going. No, you got to also think because once I put this out, once I put this out, and this is like the go-to video because some people might not watch my reaction, like a reaction to me commenting the comments on this video later on. They might just watch this one video. They might check out after that.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lot of things where people don't take in the fact of, and people will notice if y'all actually start creating some content. Like I keep telling you guys, create some content so you guys can have your thoughts and media in the ether as well. People don't realize how you create content. It's going to forever be there unless you delete it.
Yeah.
You kind of, especially like a show like this, you kind of want to timestamp it. And you kind of want to contextualize and bring everything in there. That way, for people who don't know and watch this later on, they'll have the context of what we're talking about or why I'm saying this, why I'm responding like this. Because Twitter stuff, people are going to forget about that. A video is way more permanent than a tweet.
You don't want to be known for certain things. I think this is what that's kind of going to mess up with my guy. But what I want to say is, only things that I understand why people, I knew it was going to be a problem, the 37 niggas. I knew that was going to be a problem. But I knew the whole milkman stuff. Like this everything I felt so uncomfortable with. This, I'm like, bro, why are you going this way?
And so,
it's just because it's certain things. Even like in it was 616 in LA. It was some stuff. I'm like, yeah, he totally off on this one too. But it was like wine cool. It's like cultural things that certain people just don't know.
What was this battle about that everybody says?
What'd you say?
What was the Kendrick and Drake battle
it's
about?
About culture.
You have a white man who's not part of it, not in America, speaking about what?
About the culture, B. But
you guys kind of like, I don't want to say it like this because you guys don't have the foresight for that. You guys opened the door to Pandora's box.
Yeah, especially with the comments he said he was getting in the breakdown video. I'm like, you're welcome to the. I'd never used that phrase in my life. Never will.
No, like FB Signifier said, he said, hey, if someone wants to invite you to a cookout, nah, they can bring you a plate.
Yeah, like he brought that. I'm like, man, people was really telling him this stuff. I'm like, you can't be saying that type of stuff, bro.
But I think it's a thing of
he even said it made him comfortable. Because I was like, when he was doing this with the, like going to Boondocks, putting up Uncle Ruckus, I'm like, bro, no, you can't do this, bro.
But he doesn't get it. And so
that's what I'm saying. He was tone deaf on that.
And personally for me, because I know we could get into your tweet in a little bit after we get to the actual start of that. It's not the fact that he's tone deaf. He's just, he didn't know. He's ignorant to it. I think tone deaf is different. Like, you say something that could be offensive,
and you just don't know it.
So you don't know. Yeah, for me, he doesn't know it because he's not around it. No one around him.
I think it was more of the tone deafness when you see a lot of people come in the same sentiment and you not getting it.
That's where tone deaf is. When people tell you it, and you double down.
That's really what I meant from the after effect.
Yeah.
But doing the video, he just was ignorant to it.
Yeah.
But the after effect with all the stuff on Twitter, he was just tone deaf.
Yeah. So I want to be real. I didn't watch the whole 616 breakdown because I just wasn't interested in it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool track, but I wasn't really interested in that song. What interested me about this, and the only reason I watched the whole Drake breakdown, one, I was moving.
Yeah.
It's a 2-hour video. I'm moving. So I was like, all right, I'm going to listen to this. I'm not watching it the whole time. I got YouTube Premium. Boom. I got you on the lock screen. They gave you the view, gave you the like, whatever. And in my head, when I'm looking at this, I'm like, 2 hours for Family Matters?
Yeah.
I'm like, and like I said, I had to put in the context that he's also contextualizing everything. He's bringing all the stuff data in while he's also giving his own analysis. Obviously, he's going to have some reaches because I thought he had reaches in the 616 one. He's obviously had reaches in here. I didn't think he was going to bring the Buried Alive parody in here.
Yeah.
And he also was summarizing some of the beef from before then. Kind of telling you about that stuff.
He broke down the whole middle part. He broke down like the freaking guy that was with the Hell Angels at the end. It was just a lot of stuff he did with the music video as well that added more time to it.
Exactly. And that's the one thing that people do forget is that Drake did have a video with it. So, Jesus. So he had a lot more to break down besides just the music itself.
That's why
because the
so
visuals was accompanied with it as well.
Yeah.
Like spinning Pharrell's chain. I mean, having all that type of stuff. Do I still think it needed 2 hours? Not necessarily, because a lot of the reaches were reaches, and to me, reaches, while it does create for a personality in the content, I don't really necessarily need the reaches, but that's what makes the content. So I'm not mad at the length of the video itself. But, he came out with the video, a whole bunch of people were getting at him. Drake didn't need a 2 hour breakdown. His stuff was simple, straightforward. Even though I'm pretty sure some people didn't know a lot of, like a good amount of the stuff that he did break down in that video.
I think he probably would have did better if he split that joint. I was thinking that. Just split it. I'm talking about Buried Alive. Just put that one by itself. Or be like video breakdown.
But I think the thing is people didn't know about the Buried Alive one, so it's better to put it with the Family Matters one because the Family Matters is the one that stuck out. I don't even think Buried Alive is even in the on Drake's Instagram anymore.
People didn't. Yeah, he deleted it.
So that's why he's saying he's still going to get that context because you never know what might happen. So it's like, okay, what are the big songs from the beef? Because people didn't really talk about Buried Alive. Buried Alive was like a teaser for Family Matters. Yeah. Like when we talk about the beef, we didn't even put that in our this song versus this song. We didn't do that.
Nah, because it's a little snippet.
Exactly. So it's like I'd rather you just add it to that because it's just like, just add it to that. That's me personally.
Yeah, I got you.
So yeah. But, he had the reception. People was killing him. Drake fans was obviously blazing. Kendrick fans was always obviously hating. Just like how it was vice versa when 616 came out.
Yeah. But one thing about this one, well, you want to get into the
Go
Twitter?
Ahead, say what you got.
But one thing about it, like, I didn't even look at it as a Kendrick fan glazing. I just think it was the culture parts that really had people uproar. And I think when we get into the Twitter, that made it even worse.
So I saw those cultural tweets after the diss to the company man.
Nah, I saw
Before that, I saw the Drake doesn't need this. Drake is trash. Why are you doing it this long? That's what I saw. Yeah. I saw most of the complaints.
I'm pretty sure those was there. I'm not.
No. I know. That's what I'm saying. What I saw.
Yeah, but the 37. When I saw that's what.
Yeah, that clip went crazy.
I was like, yo, this clip. No, I didn't see the clip. I watched it and
I didn't see it. I saw the clip first. I'm like, yo, I got to see this video.
I watched the video first and saw it, and I looked over to my girls like. I was like, man, I got family members that don't even say the N-word, and I was like, shoot, I do a podcast with one every freaking week that don't say the N-word. But then he
say Negro.
Yeah, but it's like, because he didn't add that context of like Drake saying that he used it with his other family.
And see, I think I agree, and that's why I was telling you where you always need to have to try and add everything before.
He said he thought he didn't need to add it, but
exactly.
I'm like,
that's why I'm saying like, oh, you had the Kendrick Glazers in mind, so you was trying to get rebuttals and retorts to that. You didn't put that in there. You definitely needed that in there.
Yeah.
Which I get it because some people was like, oh, was he searching how many Negroes he was saying? Like, some people was like, oh, you assuming that Drake just says the N-word, even though the context of him and his dad or whatever with that Drake video. I'm like, see, that would have been good to put in the video. To me, I feel like. And we could get into the company man beef with him. If he would have put that in the video and he didn't come off so defensive in that video, because he came off defensive and angry, it would have came off a lot better. Because he could have just, I think the thing is, he should have clarified instead of coming at him defensively.
Yeah.
And so, if you guys don't know Justin Hunt, the company man, I'm kind of more new to his content.
Yeah.
I was never really big into the analytical breakdown content on YouTube. I was more into it like on Genius. Like I would look it up on the lyrics on Genius back then. So I never really looked into YouTube. The only YouTubers I watched that did music back then, like in high school, middle school, was Dead End Hip Hop. Yeah. And they didn't really do analytical breakdowns. They did album reviews, conversations, kind of like how this show is right here, right? And so, I was talking about, what's some good hip hop medias that are black on Twitter, and one of my homies on there, he's also a rapper as well. He said, Justin Hunt, so and so. He gave me a few names. I'm like, Justin Hunt. I went to search him up. I'm like, this dude that did the video with Dead End Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Subscribed to him instantly because I'm like, all right, he was a brother. I gotta support. And so what Justin Hunt does, or the company man, what he does a lot is he does a lot of breakdown content, but he also does a lot of current event in hip hop content as well, cultural content.
He's a journalist, man. You know?
Yeah, come on, B. You the journalist on the pod too.
I got a little journalist.
Yeah, he got the journalist hat on. But yeah, Justin Hunt, he obviously made a reactionary video of, what's the third talking about how Drake said the N word 37 times and the reach it is, which I don't want to say like this because I know it's a business and all that. I don't think Justin Hunt need to make that video over that specific bar if that was the case.
I think he didn't get. He said he didn't get to finish it at that point.
Yeah, he said he didn't watch it. Yeah, he said that threw him off, and I'm like, I get it. I guess for me, I'm like, you didn't need to make a video about that part. Like, I would have rather him made a video about the whole breakdown itself and countering everything.
He said he removed some of those parts.
Yeah, he did, because What's the Dirt put a portion in his video at the end. He put a lot of people shouting him out and basically giving him praise and compliments. And Justin Hunt was in that video. Mm-hmm. And Justin Hunt, the company man, in his video, his reaction video to the 37 N-words reach that What's the Dirt made, he made a video about that. And, he also left some stuff on the editing table of like him giving What's the Dirt compliments and stuff like that, which I think it's the sandwich method, because I think even though I don't blame Justin Hunt for doing it, I do think he plays a part in like, not the way he came off fully, but I'm like, why? I guess my thing is like, if you know this person, you maybe might have talked to him, why didn't you and that's where the industry stuff comes in. Like, if you've known him, talked to him, I don't know if they have a relationship or not.
I don't think they do.
See, and I don't know, because, he did praise him, obviously, What's the Dirt respects him a lot. I would assume, like, he might have tried to get in contact with him or something like that. I assume. I'm going off of assumptions. I assumed that he would have, but instead, Justin Hunt did the reactionary thing, and he made the video.
He wasn't, like, disrespectful to him at all.
No, I don't think he was, but I'm just like, this one didn't need a video. I get where Justin Hunt's coming from, like, oh, he's getting too comfortable in the culture, and I get it. Someone has to speak out for it, right? But then What's the Dirt comes out, because I will say, like, if you're looking at it from a non-mature lens, it couldn't come off like, oh, you're dissing me. A non-mature lens. We're mature, so we can see that it's not this. It's more of a literal critique and like how the culture is and how he feels like and how he's kind of like viewed himself from a bird's eye view.
Yeah, I guess he was saying he was getting so much criticism, he kind of took everything out on Justin.
No. I'm talking about Justin right now.
What do you mean?
I can see how like What's the Dirt probably took that as offensive, because if you see it,
that's what I'm saying. I was saying What's the Dirt, all the other stuff he was getting, and then Justin did that video. He like, oh, I thought this dude respected me. He took all that in the energy and put it on Justin. That's why he was angry.
Yeah, and I agree. I said it when I first said it to you.
He's like, you didn't like his response.
Yeah, I thought What's the Dirt was corny. That was a corny move. I don't think What's the Dirt himself is corny, which I don't think, depending on what type of corny you are, I don't think he's a bad corny. Yeah, I don't. But I think that move was super corny.
Yeah, before his apology video, bro, I was gonna come in here and smoke him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was
not in like a bad way, but
yeah, because my thing is this, and I've already knew this before, and I don't know if I told you this before. A lot of people let him feel like he was comfortable in the culture. Yeah. They was doing those white, he's invited to the cookout. Yeah, he gets the culture. Keep speaking on it. You're spitting facts. As soon as he talks about something that they don't like, execute
because once you get from family member on up, there's a lot of culture involved.
Exactly. And my thing is like, I hate to say like this What's the Dirt, and I don't know if you're watching or not. I knew that you wasn't going to be able to tackle that stuff because one, you're from Canada, so you don't get Black American culture. Drake doesn't get it, and he lives here.
Right. He's half Black American.
Exactly. So I know that you wasn't going to get it. You're also white, so it's going to come off weird from a white person to speak about the culture who a lot of people don't know that's respected in the culture as well. A lot of things I knew was going to go wrong from this, from the get-go. I'm like, but y'all allowed this because y'all kept telling them, keep going, keep going. Yeah. And I'm just like, you're enabling this now. And I hate to say it like this, y'all are overextending an invitation to him for this now. Yeah. So yes, he's going to feel comfortable doing this. Do I think that he's right for doing it? No. But also, it's positive reinforcement. Like, oh yeah, you're giving me a cookie for doing something good. Keep giving me more cookies.
So yeah, that can happen.
Y'all got to be careful with this. Like with this culture right here, we have to gatekeep it.
He got his taste with the snippet he put out about the whole interview with Kendrick on Breakfast Club.
Yes, because he was wrong on that. Yeah, he was completely wrong. Which I don't know how you could have just literally, especially for someone that researches. Mm-hmm. Oh, the day of this Breakfast Club interview came out. Then you're talking about the Pepper Butterfly. Dang came out when? Oh, okay. I'm like, that's a. Like, What's the Dirt? You was kind of slipping on that, so I'm glad you deleted that. Yeah. But even though one of the Kendrick fans was reaching about, his cheating comes from slavery or something like that, I'm just like, I think I put it in the. I
remember that. Yeah. I remember that. People just be tripping, bro. I don't know why.
And so, What's the Dirt?
Reach just to make somebody look good or something like.
Yeah, and I get it. Please just know that you are reaching because we don't know what any of these artists think. Yeah. And so, What's the Dirt replies to the company man. And I'm just like, this is so corny because the way he goes at it is corny. Because he heard all the criticism and he just probably felt like he was super under pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if people was killing me about my video, I feel like that too.
Yeah.
But I like to go back and forth though. That's different.
And also when you get to this level in YouTube, bro, everybody gonna be watching your videos, dissecting them, like, doing reviews to them, what they gonna disagree and agree with you. Just a part of it. Like me, I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, but one thing I'm not new to is trolling. Bro, I was a freaking certified troll back in the day. I love going back and forth.
Is.
Yeah, I am. I can get with you, you know what I'm saying? But like the other people people could be on Twitter yapping at me, bro. I'm gonna be watching a movie. Like I don't care. Bro, my freaking we gonna get into my tweet. I tweeted you, but bro, they was wilding on me, B.
Yeah, so What's the Dirt? He released his response video on Twitter, getting at Justin Hunt. He was getting at him, basically calling him a Carlton, saying he looked like he don't say the N-word.
And see, I'm like, bro, you can't say that.
And I get his intention behind it, just not the right move. That's not for you to say. It's
not for him to say.
It's never for you to say, especially as a white person. We could say that to each other. Yeah.
That's like, even though I wouldn't even say that, but I'm just saying we could say it.
But like
I wouldn't even say.
But we know the certain black people like this, the Super Smash Bros. That jump and all that type of stuff. Like we know what jokes that we could say to each other because it's a cultural.
It's a cultural thing.
Like we could say that to each other. It's like it's basically literally like how you can't say the N-word.
Yeah.
You can't even make any assumption about you like saying the N-word or other people saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not part of the culture.
Yeah.
You cannot do that.
Yeah, and I was looking at
especially in today's climate.
And then after the video, you was getting a lot of pushback, and then you started replying. That's when I hopped in the thread with you. Yeah. Was texting, and I was just like, bro, he's digging himself a deeper hole.
Yeah, because I'm like, I hate to say what's the dirt. A lot of this has to do with American culture versus Drake.
Where I put my phone?
Maybe in your pocket.
I don't even know where my phone at, but nah, you keep going, B.
But a lot of this conversation was just you was missing that cultural aspect. Even if you was missing the cultural aspect, you was missing the skin aspect too.
Yes, bro. Hey, you didn't have to participate. Nah, he didn't have the complexion for the protection.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So I hate to say it like this, you was literally yelling with no bulletproof vest to a whole bunch of people with machine guns.
Yes,
you live in a very sensitive era of black people right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the sensitivity ain't warranted, but god dang it, my people are sensitive. B.
Yeah.
You say anything that just sounds out of line. And like I said, for me, I'm older. I give a little bit more grace. Especially since I know you don't know the culture like that. You're ignorant to it.
Yeah.
And ignorance isn't a bad thing. It just means you don't know.
And one thing about it's the crazy thing is you're not even in a sensitive point, bro. You're on Twitter. Twitter been like this for years. Mm-hmm. You was like, oh, I'm gonna go on Twitter, bro. Your best bet was to just go on YouTube. To respond to him was better to go on YouTube than Twitter.
No, I think Twitter.
No.
Because he doesn't want to bring the drama to us.
I know what you're saying, but I'm saying you're going to get in more crap with Twitter people. You can't. Twitter is insane.
Yeah, but
you talking about a business standpoint. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the wrong people you want to go back and forth with is Twitter people. That's what I'm saying. Twitter is horrible for that. Bro, Twitter ran so many people. Bro, I'm like, yo, you not built for Twitter, bro. No.
And so my thing is,
especially getting toward with Black FBA, all them people.
Oh yeah,
bro, they ain't YouTube, but they on Twitter. Like that's their hub. It's full of white supremacists and super pro. Bro, nah.
The extremists.
Yeah, it's full of extremists. You do not want to be on.
You played the wrong game. What's the dirt? You played the wrong game and you played with the wrong person because Justin Hunt,
he's respected, bro.
Yeah, he's respected, and I hate to say it like this, and I was telling you this. This is literally Kendrick versus Drake all over again. It's a white Canadian versus a black American from LA to be specific.
Hey, he didn't even have black, so
exactly.
Drake was half black, bro. You got the full thing, bro.
Exactly. Pause.
Yeah, you got the whole load.
And I'm just like, this is literally Drake and Kendrick all over again, and this is What's the Dirt? I mean, so What's the Dirt did the video. Mm-hmm. He's culturally ignorant to a lot of things. Justin Hunt made his response video on YouTube.
Yeah.
I can't even say he went in, B. I told you this. He said, yeah, it's a good video. I said, it's not because it was an easy layup. I'm like, this is like me kicking a baby. I'm like, this was too easy. Because because of his ignorance and his emotional reply, he left himself way too wide open for way too many places to attack him. Mm. It's like when Goku came back to Namek, came to Namek, he saw everybody getting hit by Raccoon. He just one-shotted him with that elbow. I'm like, that's that right there. You wouldn't call that a good fight. It's not a good fight.
Yeah, he cooked.
Like, he just
one
one-shot.
Hey, you get cooked, man.
No, that's different. He did get cooked.
He got cooked.
I hate to see someone how I get cooked.
Hey, people just get cooked, bro. It is what it is.
The cooking was well earned.
Yeah.
I hate to say that. Justin Hunt did his thing. He did it very elegantly. Yeah. I'll say that right there. Justin Hunt, he put that SmackDown voice on him later on. Yeah. He said, "Don't you ever play with me in my face like that again." I'm like, oh, he put the bass in him. Look, he went from Carlton to Uncle Phil.
I'm like, yo, bro, that dude, he is a part of a fraternity too, bro. He a Kappa. I don't think we know exactly everything.
Wait, so he wasn't Kappa in that video?
I'm saying, like, you can have I know what you mean, bro. God. But like, what's the dirt, bro? You think he would have put out the freaking YouTube response if Justin didn't say you apologized to him privately on Instagram? You don't think he would have, if he would have never exposed that at the end of the video, you think What's the Dirt would not put out that apology video on YouTube?
So I'm speculating because I don't know. I didn't talk to What's the Dirt. Also, Potty Mouth actually
talked to him. Yeah, he said he talked to him.
Yeah, he talked to him and he brought that up in the video. Yeah. So shout out to Potty Mouth. For that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Potty Mouth for being the one black person to give him grace besides you. You gave him grace.
I tried to give him grace, bro, because I was like, bro, I don't know if you probably remember this tweet because you responded to me, bro, but I was just like, I rock with your content, and I'm just like, yo, you will never win in this conversation, bro.
Because I was telling you that beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's just not gonna win.
He's not gonna win. I'm like, you can't, bro. Your skin, you being white, it's not gonna happen. Especially with some of the responses, calling him a Carlton, like, bro, that's an insult to people. Like, and also, it's like being called a coon or being an Uncle Tom or something like that, bro. Like, but he won't know those references. Like, you watch Fresh Prince, but you don't understand what that character represented for certain people in certain parts of, even though Carlton was like, yo, I'm not like the stereotypical black person, but I am pro-black, pretty much. Remember when that whole fraternity thing?
When they was calling him a sellout.
Yeah, that was doing the fraternity, when they was trying to get into the fraternity.
And they was calling him a sellout.
Yeah.
And I love that episode.
So I'm saying, that, like, just because I speak this way, I dress this
way. But I also
think,
think, that episode comes later in the seasons, which is also need to be contextualized. Carlton does that, but that's after he's hung out with Will a lot more. And I felt kind of learned more about his blackness.
Yeah.
Because before that, he kind of was Uncle Thomas. Like, I kind of almost said Uncle Tom was the hero.
But that's why I'm saying it represents much more as a character.
Especially what people remember Carlton as.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I don't know, bro.
He tried to shoot you some bail.
Yeah.
And he did respond, correct?
Yeah, he responded, but he deleted everything. He deleted all his stuff. So, it's like, bro, like, you can't tweet and delete now, bro. This is what you're going to be known for to some people, but
I will say that this is a subsection of the people that watch this video versus the people that actually do watch this video. Because every time you watch a video on YouTube, you don't go to Twitter when you comment.
But I'm saying everything made it to YouTube, B.
Well, yeah, because he did that.
He did that by going on Twitter.
How did everything?
I'm saying him going on Twitter and doing this on Twitter was the worst thing he ever would have done. Because now it's people that don't even care about this dude making content about him now. I'm seeing it. The What's the Dirt thing. Oh yeah, it's time to get these people out of here. So
why would it have profited? Why would it have benefited him to put it on YouTube instead of Twitter?
Because
he would have still got the response.
No, it's some people that wouldn't even came here, bro. From this, I'm saying he wouldn't have got this attention from some of these people because they're not gonna be on YouTube.
I think he would have because I think people would have clipped it just like how he did in this, and they would have brought it to Twitter.
No, they clipped this part. He clipped the video and put it up there. I'm saying they clipped him saying that it looked like it. You didn't, you don't. But I'm
saying they would have clipped it either way if they would have watched this stuff. Enough people, if 1 or 2 people watched it and they were big enough, it would have still spread like wildfire.
I'm not saying it wouldn't. I'm saying Twitter is not the place to start it.
Oh, neither places are. I feel.
I think. Except I think
it would have been nastier on YouTube because he would have got paid for it, and he would have looked way crazier getting paid off of saying something like that.
I probably be better off on YouTube, B.
I think it would have been because I think just because you could talk in the ecosystem and comment like this, I don't think it really affects that much of a portion of the YouTube views. And like I said, you still got to look at it as a business. You got to look at it as curating the content. You got to look at it like that too, B.
I don't know, man.
But I do think it was a noble thing, even though he should have done it, that he did. That What's the Dirt did apologize after What's the Dirt ethered him.
He ethered him.
He ethered What's the Dirt.
You said What's the Dirt ethered him.
Oh, after
the company man.
The company man. I was like, they both got three names, 3 words in their names. The company man. And
look, bro, I'm just saying all these people talking about this, bro.
Yeah, I still feel like
if he would have never went on Twitter and going back and forth with people,
I think that still would have happened because people would have clipped him off.
Bro, people. I'm saying this, B. He put it on his. Nobody goes on YouTube comments and really be in depth like that.
No. I'm not saying going into YouTube comments. I'm saying if he would have put it on YouTube, it would have got an even bigger reaction on Twitter because people would have done the 37 Negroes again.
I'm saying, but you think he would have went over there also?
Yeah, because everybody's going to be attacking him and stuff like that. He was going to be responding to defend his name. But you got to think, he's still just defending himself in general.
I think it was even worse because he had it on his stuff. I think it was worse that he got on Twitter. I think on YouTube he might would have got...
No, because he would have had his audience or the people that actually watch him and don't know the drama would have got brought in the drama.
I think it probably been better look on him on YouTube, B. I think going on Twitter was the wrong place, bro. I don't know if you think you understand the power of Twitter, bro.
I don't think you understand.
How long you been on Twitter?
Well, remember, this is my second or third Twitter.
But I'm saying, like,
because this is my more so business Twitter.
Yeah, but I'm like, bro, I don't know, B. Was you around like?
I was on Twitter since technically.
I'm saying like I'm like heavily on Twitter.
Oh, heavily?
Like, have you been heavily on Twitter since like 2009? From like 2016?
Well, you know, I'm not a big social media person, so I was always on and off.
That's what I'm saying. I really don't think you understand the graphs of Twitter.
Yeah, but I don't think you understand.
I know YouTube,
how this affects the business, though.
B, I do. I know YouTube. I don't work it, but I'm saying I watched YouTube since 06. Mm-hmm. Twitter is a different freaking animal, bro.
I think
it got those people you're gonna have people.
But also he was trying to sun the company man too. I'm trying to say like, oh, I'm not gonna put you on my YouTube because this is gonna bring you more buzz.
And he went to the wrong place. That's what I'm just saying, bro. If you ain't gonna do it on YouTube, please don't do it on. My whole thing is don't do it on Twitter, bro. Twitter is.
I think if any place, do it on Twitter, especially if you want. Because the thing is this: he wanted the interaction.
Yeah, you don't understand Twitter, B.
He wanted the interaction.
You don't understand.
B. If he didn't want the interaction, he wouldn't have put it out, and he wouldn't have been responding. So he wanted the interaction. And for a place like Twitter, he's able to go back and forth a little bit more.
I'm just saying he wasn't built for that, B.
Oh, I agree.
He's not.
I agree. I agree. He wasn't built.
That's why I'm saying he was the wrong person to go on Twitter, B.
Oh, I thought you said it was the wrong. I thought you said it was the wrong move to go on Twitter.
Because he's not built for that, B.
No, he's not. You know what he should have done? Just upload and left it.
Yes, but I'm just saying he's not built. I'm talking about him. He plays a part of it being on Twitter. He's not built for this.
No, yes, you're correct. He is not built for Twitter. He himself is not built for Twitter.
That's why. That's my whole context of like that's the wrong place to go.
But I also think it would have been worse because he would have lost a lot more subscribers doing it on YouTube. I'm looking at it from a YouTube standpoint because I've been in a beef before.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to beef with someone on the internet, especially.
But I'm talking about at this magnitude.
Well, you gotta think at my magnitude, I was.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you gotta understand, it's people that don't give a f about this dude making stream. That's what I'm saying.
They was doing that to me, B. They was sending me death threats.
Was it black people?
They was of the fair complexion.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna tell you, bro. It's people that don't really care about this type of like. If you attacking the culture, you said something about black people, here they come. They're going to talk about your stuff. I'm saying you don't want them people involved in things. And I'm saying him going on Twitter is where a lot of them live.
But see, I'm thinking about it from a business standpoint, B, because he doesn't want to mess his business up. When people are looking at it for sponsorship, you got to think about it. When people are looking at it for sponsorships and stuff like that, hip-hop places like that, you got to think about how the channel looks. They look at that stuff.
B, I totally understand.
That's why I agree. He was not built for it. I agree.
You're just saying, I'm saying
from a business standpoint, no, don't bring that to the YouTube. You want to kind of
I'm saying, but it made its way to YouTube regardless, B.
No. On your YouTube. Don't do it on your YouTube. I mean, yes, it made it to YouTube, but if he would have done that on YouTube, it would have been on YouTube regardless.
He already apologizing on YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Okay, despite that conversation, goddamn, because we really go to a tangent right here. I agree, he's not built for goddamn Twitter.
He's not, bro.
But I don't want to say I'm glad he did it on Twitter, but me personally, for someone who has done a beef, I've done it not on my main YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to keep it clean. I didn't want to bring a lot of other people into my drama while I wasn't.
Was they making YouTube videos about you?
No. You don't know why? Because it was all weak. They don't want to mess with me again.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't want to mess with me again.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm a big dog.
That's why I'm saying he was in the wrong thing. It's all, bro. It's all on YouTube.
I get it, but I'm saying
it's still bad for the business, B. It's still on YouTube.
Yeah, but you gotta think when a company is looking to get a sponsorship, They don't be looking at other people's channels. They look at your channels.
They'll look you up.
Yeah, they will. But at his magnitude, it's gonna serve them more if he.
So you don't think people lose sponsorships on things they did on other platforms, or how other people look at them?
They
like
do, but it depends on the magnitude. Because if he's still keeping the concurrent viewers and he keeps having his subscribers kind of maintain or going up, it'll be good for the business.
He's okay. I agree with you. But I'm just saying it still could affect you.
I'm saying yes, I agree. It can affect you, but I'm saying it wouldn't have affected him as much if it would have been on YouTube. Because then the people who don't go on... Okay, how about this? I get what you're saying, but I'm talking about the people who are on YouTube that don't go to Twitter.
Yeah.
Because that is also a large amount of people too as well. Yeah. They don't engage with other people on Twitter. They're probably not searching up what's the dirt. Oh, video came over them. Let me look it up. Okay, cool. That was cool. Go on by my day. I'm talking about those people. So me and you are having the same conversation. We're just talking about two different audiences. Yeah, I don't want to get the one audience involved. You're saying you shouldn't have got that audience involved. That's what we're saying, basically.
Because regardless, it goes right back. It made it back to Twitter. I mean, YouTube, regardless.
Yeah. But, like I said, What's the Dirt did apologize, and he kind of, like, talked about quitting YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because he also acknowledges, like, yo, like, I don't know the culture. I thought I did. He's like, you guys was loving me. I thought, like, you know, I overstayed my welcome, basically. And I'm just like... From a content creator standpoint, I'm like, dang, like, I don't want to see you quit your dream. But also, there's just some boundaries or things that, or certain topics that you won't be able to touch on because you don't have that cultural aspect.
Yeah.
And so, we've talked about white media before, white people in hip hop media and black people in hip hop media. And I've always said on this podcast, show, more black people need to make more content because
they do. A lot of black people make this content, B. It's just they don't get looked like that. I'm telling you.
I'm trying to find them.
I'm going to have to start sending you some more stuff. You know who Deleted is and all them people?
Yeah, I watched this video on like
you see
Drake and Tupac.
You see Top 5.
I don't know who that is.
Top 5 Troy.
But see, guess what? I'm finding these people through What's the Dirt. I'm finding it in the suggested thing.
I'm saying some of them people have been around for a while, bro. It's just they don't. A lot of the people that consume this content don't look at black people like that. The only black people that's big to me, and like I said, they bucking their eyes to reactions, B. They only want to see black people buck their eyes to reactions, bro. Like they don't
see them cool.
Bro, if you go look at most of all the big black YouTubers that do with music, it's reaction channels. So channels like us, bro, like it's not our time, bro. They want us to be
so
616 LA.
And so I told you this last week, and I said, like, I think white people are so successful in hip hop media currently, or hip hop YouTube or whatever content, is because majority of people that entertain it, they look like them.
Yeah.
I told you that you wasn't sure about that.
What do you mean?
You said you don't know. You was like, I gotta see some new analytics about that.
No, I agree with you on that. I was talking about I want to see new numbers on who's listening to the music.
I think we'd have to look at concert ticket sales, and I think that's impossible.
With that, I agree with you.
And then also I was watching the FD Signifier video. He said the same thing, like, oh,
because I think we mentioned that before this conversation brought up before.
Yeah,
about how we're not who they want to look at. We've been talking about that
because I don't know. They want to relate to someone that they can relate with, and obviously, majority of them can't relate to us.
Yeah, and like even though you'll get more cultural nuances with us, because we'll know more about the culture.
And I can say whatever I want because I'm part of the culture, so I get a pass. I can say, hey, someone's cooning.
Yeah.
And hey, guess what? You can be like, he is kind of cooning.
I can say, yo, they need to stop black on black violence. You can't say that.
Yeah. White people, yeah, you need to stop the black on black hate.
So it's like one thing I never understood when people didn't like when Fantano win like an album, right? A black album. And he'll like, give it like a 5 and they're like, how you don't know? But like, he never really got into detail on like the culture elements of things. He'll just be like, yo, I just didn't like this. Mm. And that's one thing I appreciated from him. He never really got in and be like, yeah, but black people need to stop killing each other.
Yeah,
let's
stop this crime.
I'm like, yeah, I know Kendrick's a milkman. I know, like, he never said things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things you can't be saying that, bro. Like, I still rock with your content. I don't think you racist. People's in my comment from your comments.
They thought you was Uncle Tom.
They say I was, why are you giving this racist some advice? Why you? I'm like, man, this boy ain't no racist.
And I hate to say all this, my people are too hypersensitive.
Yeah.
Really look at it. He's not racist. It's like the things that he's saying, he just feels he's too comfortable in the culture.
Yeah.
Because they don't come off racist like, oh, I think I'm better than you. It just comes off like oh, like I'm more blacker than you. It came off more kind of like that, like, oh, I'm part of the
y'all,
culture.
Is this Carlton dude? Get out of here! Like,
I can tell you didn't say that word.
Yeah, you can't say
you
that,
say
bro.
that.
I'm like, God, bro. So, because that goes into a deeper level. Like, so you think
you can be black just because you listen to hip hop?
You think a certain black person has to say this, or like you can't be a well-dressed, real-spoken black person?
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah,
you can't though.
It's just so
it's
crazy.
A double standard though.
It is, bro. It's so crazy.
It's a double standard, but hey, that's what the world we live in.
And I was just watching his replies, and I go back to the thread like, B, what is he doing?
Hey, I know you got that. Hey, I know you got that blue check. You was getting a little coin off that or what?
I'm talking about on
the interaction. You was getting a little coin.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, I thought with the blue check you always get the coin.
No, I think you got to be like a huge like user or something like that. It's levels to it.
I thought you was getting some coin off that.
Nah, it's levels.
That's all I was asking you.
Nah, you got to hit a certain level to get that. And you can make your own YouTube like membership and all that. Nah, you got to have a good amount of followers,
Twitter
like a lot of interactions to get it. Yeah, you got to hit a limit.
Well, you said YouTube membership.
I said YouTube. I meant Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I said. Twitter membership.
I mean Twitter membership. Yeah.
But yeah, what's the dirt? I don't think you were a bad person. I just think that you was very ignorant to it, and you didn't know, and you kind of like jumped out the gate without consulting someone first. Shout out to Don from the Potty Mouth podcast for pulling him to the side, being kind of like you and what I was saying behind the scenes, like, hey, yo. I was telling you, I was like one of the first people probably telling you. I'm like, he just don't know better. Like he don't get it. I'm like, that's it.
No, that's how I felt.
He don't have no bad racist. I assume you don't have no bad racism on anybody based off what you presented to us. But I'm like, he's not a bad dude. It's just that he got caught up. He got too comfortable. I'm like, that's it.
Yeah. No, I felt that too. Like I wasn't like, oh man. I just knew he was digging himself in.
I just want to say shout out to UB for that, for giving him some grace.
Hey, I tried.
And shout out to Don from the Potty Mouth podcast, man.
Some of these people, bro, like, hey, they look at us, Uncle Tom's. Why you giving this man advice? Blase. But the crazy thing is, bro, if you want to say they sensitive, but they just, I think, like, the ones on Twitter, bro, they think everybody's after black people. Like, they to a point where, like.
Sensitive.
They to a point where, like, if you say anything wrong, we ain't letting nothing pass. I wouldn't even say it's sensitive. They just not letting nothing go through.
Well, sensitive doesn't mean like, oh, your feelings get hurt easily. Sensitive could still mean like if like something breezes by you, ooh, I'm cold. That's sensitive. Yeah, sensitive has multiple meanings, not just feelings.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
But they are hyper. It's hypersensitive because as soon as they get like a little inkling of it, they tense up.
Nah, it's a total different thing, bro. With them guys on Twitter, bro, they ain't playing. That's why I'm trying to tell you it was different. Them FBA niggas on Twitter are a cult. Them niggas are annoying, B.
You not FBA, B?
I'm FBA by blood, but I'm not. I don't subscribe to the whole FBA movement.
You don't subscribe to the movement, yeah.
I don't subscribe to their little movement. It's not a movement. It's a lineage.
You sound like me with the red pill, B.
What?
I don't like the people that preach it, but I get where they're going. I get the point of it, and I get the message, but I don't agree with the people that preach it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like religion.
None of them red pill, like super red pill people appeal to me.
Mediocre tutorials?
Nah, I don't watch them like that.
Wait, appeal to you as in like you don't understand them?
No, don't appeal to me as like I watch them.
Oh,
like I see his stuff pop up, but I never.
But he always says that he's not.
Yeah, but like nobody, none of them, bro. They just seem all losers. They just seem like the guy. I'm like, yeah, bro, like yeah. You know, I don't know. They
My favorite was NTR. Kevin said it was an alpha male strategies. Yeah. That was the first one that got me into it before it blew up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like Kevin Samuels, I like the stuff, but like they didn't appeal to me. Like, you know, nobody I want to be.
You didn't like him, B. He was just faking the funk.
Nah, he was cool.
R.I.P.
The Godfather.
Yeah. The little sound effect he had.
But yeah.
Hey, what's the dirt? Don't quit, man. I just when you talk about the cultural elements, get someone else, advise with them, and get them to present it.
You might. I don't know if did he talk about the Eminem and Insane Clown Posse beef. I think he talked about him and MGK or whatever. Hey, maybe, you might have to start off with that one, bro. It's on white violence. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, it's no violence with white people because it's it's not no economic struggle between them.
They got a lot of economic troubles.
All right,
man. Shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.